Hey everybody, still in the van. For this video, I actually need to go back to my second video. My message, of course, is regarding gender inequalities and the importance of clear communication and transparency. However, in my process of addressing these injustices, I definitely skirted around one of my main underlying issues that has led to my frequent victimization. Not intentionally trying to be deceitful. I guess I was just trying to stay on topic. But I see now that without fully addressing my specific problem all the way to the root, then I'm choosing silence and I'm choosing compliance. Two things I'm trying to stand up against. And now I can think of no better way to introduce my second, but really my first issue by saying, "Hi, my name is Karina and I'm an alcoholic." The viewers out there that know me are probably saying duh, but alcoholics don't get that duh moment about themselves, especially not without help and support. There is such a social stigma about alcoholics, as well as drug addicts. There are way too many people believing that alcoholism is a choice. Alcoholism is a sickness, a form of mental illness, a physical allergy. Like sickness and allergies, severe illness and even death can occur from neglecting to understand and properly treat this specific ailment. Like sickness and allergies, individuals have no control or choice in what evil grows in their bodies. Alcoholism is not a choice. It is something that's born with you. The choice that alcoholics do have is to rise above it and not let alcoholism define them, destroy them. However, because of the extreme stigma and lack of understanding about alcoholism, this choice to rise above alcohol is not by any means as simple or straightforward as you might think. When we do speak or act, we do so quietly and anonymously from the judgmental eyes of society. In order to overcome our ailment, we need to hide and whisper amongst ourselves. I understand any victims wish to remain anonymous, but the way to erase the societal stigma around alcoholism is to be vocal, within our safe zone, but more importantly, within our unsafe zones. Recovering alcoholics learn that the key to success is to be honest, and to stop forcing yourself to be normal regarding alcohol. Two specific traits that all alcoholics struggle with is being honest with themselves about their illness, but are also forever trying to prove to themselves and society that they are normal, that they are in control of alcohol. But alcoholics are not in control of alcohol. So therefore, if I cannot consume alcohol normally, then what? Am I not normal? Am I an outcast? Because I can't engage in the social ritual of getting a buzz and having some fun. Like when peanut allergies started increasing in kids, nobody could bring food containing nuts to school. Nobody made those kids feel like a bad person because their body cannot tolerate nuts. Everybody conformed to the safety standards required to keep those kids with allergies safe. Yet I, along with many others, have been pushed and pushed and pushed by society to conform to the standards set by the normal drinkers. Can you imagine we did that with the peanut allergies, or lactose intolerance, or diabetes? There would be so much death and suffering as a result. Knowledge and understanding have been my guiding light. But it took so much unnecessary pain and suffering to get to this point of acceptance. Why do alcoholics have to suffer in silence? How come the reality surrounding alcoholism and addiction must remain exclusive to those within the alcoholic and addict community, especially when there are so many of us? When us alcoholics get together, we are normal. Mental illness is normal. Physical illness is normal. So why is it so hard to accept that alcoholism too is normal? Alcoholism is a sickness that requires proper diagnosis and treatment for these suffering individuals to get well, to function, and to succeed. Now, I am a functional alcoholic, I would like to read some literature about them, or about this term. This is from WebMD. The classic picture of an alcoholic is someone who always drinks too much and whose life is falling apart because of it. But that's not always the reality. High-functioning alcoholism is a condition that ranges from mild to moderate to severe, and it's all still problem drinking even if you think it's mild. A functional alcoholic might not act the way you would expect him to act. He might be responsible and productive. He could even be a high achiever or in a position of power. In fact, his success might lead people to overlook his drinking. He could also be in denial. He might think, I have a great job, pay my bills, and have lots of friends. Therefore, I am not an alcoholic. Functional alcoholics may seem to be in control, but they may have put themselves or others in danger by drinking and driving, having risky sexual encounters, or blacking out, which people that know me know that those last two are me. Now, the treatment for a high-functioning alcoholic is the same for any other type of addict. Now, this coming from verywellmind.com is according to the National Institutes of Health, functional alcoholics are typically middle-aged, well-educated, with stable jobs and families. One of the main reasons that people who misuse alcohol seek help is the eventual negative consequences of their alcohol consumption. When the pain or embarrassment gets bad enough, they can no longer deny that their drinking needs to be addressed. For the functional alcoholic, the denial runs deep because they have yet to encounter significant negative consequences. They go to work every day, they haven't suffered financially, they have never been arrested. They tell themselves that they don't have a problem. A functional alcoholic often consumes as much alcohol as someone with an alcohol use disorder. However, they will not exhibit outward symptoms of intoxication. This is because they have developed a tolerance for alcohol to the point that it takes more for them to feel the effects. Consequently, they must drink increasingly larger amounts to get the same buzz they want. Sexual assault has been the major byproduct of my alcoholism, but also a major byproduct of gender inequality. I remember constantly thinking, why is this always happening to me? The sexual assault and the rape. Blacking out. Just being in dangerous situations all the time because of drinking. I thought it was something to do with how I was portraying myself, but it's because I was suffering from alcoholism. Like I said, the idea of an alcoholic is so severely distorted that I was sure I did not belong in that category. Turns out that is exactly what I am. My point here is that any form of mental illness gone untreated leads only to further victimization and abuse. A lot of people that suffer from mental illness start to see the first signs when they are teenagers. Secondary schools seriously need to revamp their health curriculum, and they need to separate it from physical education. Health is something that every single person, child, adult, has to deal with, has to know about. Then we need to teach, starting from young children, about health, what health actually is. Mental illness, it needs to be talked about frequently with use, so that when those first signs of mental illness creep up, those young adults can identify them and seek immediate treatment without fear or shame. The World Health Organization defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Social well-being is an important aspect of this definition that may not always occur to us in thinking about our health. That's from the Government of Canada definition for health. The health curriculum really needs to reflect that definition throughout public school. Knowledge is power. I can't say that enough. Children are the future. We need to empower our children by educating them about the complete definition of health. Humans, as a species, have been able to evolve to the extent we have based on our sense of community and our ability to communicate and collaborate within our community. Plus, it's also 2020 and we have the internet, a tool invented for the purpose of global collaboration. So, let's use our tools that have passed the test of time, plus the internet, to achieve global understanding and acceptance of people. I'm an alcoholic, a victim of gender inequality and sexual assault and rape. I'm also an artist, an athlete, a joker, a procrastinator, a worrier, a daughter, a sister, a mother. I have a mind, I have a body, and I am part of society. I am a person who is nothing like you, yet exactly the same as you.